The game 3 duel between Mariya Muzychuk and Alexandra Kosteniuk ended in a draw. Joining us today to talk about the game and about the event is Alexandra Kosteniuk. How did you find the game?
It was a complicated game, and I'm not sure whether my plan with Longside Castle was really worth a try, because it looked pretty risky. I was hoping that my counterplay would be enough, but I think Anna found a very nice plan with knight f5. And, well, I was not sure about my position, almost till the very end. Of course, I was happy that she kept exchanging pieces, because, well, she could have kept the queens on the board, for example, and then I would need, I think, to find a way to free my queen from a7. After queen e3, at least one of my problems, the biggest one, I think, in the position was solved. And even though, I'm not really satisfied with how I handled the rook endgame, I lost this endgame because I think I could have played more precisely. But okay, since white didn't mind exchanging pieces, and of course I didn't mind it as well.
Yeah, especially with your queen on a7, and obviously she had a centralized queen, so it was very good for you. A third of the tournament is over for you. You had 3 games out of 9. How do you assess your performance so far in your play?
Well, it's too early to give evaluations. You really need to wait till the very end, because, well, those Grand Prix tournaments, they've always been quite a challenge for me. I've had, well, some good results, very good results, but some very bad results, and until it's over, it's just too early, I think, to give evaluations. Just getting into the tournament, trying to fight demons in my head as usual, and trying to, well, play it move by move.
And when it comes to the Women's Grand Prix, what do you make of the event? Obviously, they've changed the format now from 4 to 6 tournaments. They also changed the prize funds. What's your comment on the whole thing?
Well, more tournaments better for women's chess. In general, it's also decreased the number of rounds, which is good for me, from 11 to 9. Well, the older you get, more appreciate you possibilities to play less, because, well, energy level is not the same, concentration level decreases, so it's a good adjustment for me, and yeah, overall I think more participants, which it's also great, because nowadays we have a lot of young players who are mostly underrated, and for them to give a chance to compete in such strong tournaments, I think is a great deal.
I'm sure you're going to say it doesn't matter for you, but in general, do you prefer more to play against seasoned players or against these younger players who are coming up and bring a lot of surprises?
Well, of course, I'm prefer to play against people whom I've had a lot of games, and I know their style, I know their strong and weak points, while younger players usually mean fewer games with them, and thus they're just less known to me. So I always prefer to play against someone whom I've already played.
Yesterday you had this game against Vaishali where you were struggling in that position, and she just went for move repetition. It was quite a surprise for the audience and everyone watching. Could you tell us how you felt about that game?
Well, I got a very promising position in the opening, so promising that I thought that I would just, open it up and completely destroy Black's position, and I opted for a wrong plan. And when I realized that it's kind of already getting dangerous because of her A-pawn, it was not too late, but I spent a lot of time and I wasn't able to find a way to neutralize her plan with the A-pawn advance, and then I blundered knight takes e5. Well, in these moments, of course, I felt already that the game was not going my way, and well, I was just hoping that in time pressure, I mean, she wouldn't dare to continue because, okay, she sacrificed some material, and when you look at the engine evaluation, it's easy, but in the game, it's not so clear, right? Because, yes, initiative is very strong, you can feel it, but on the other hand, you're playing a piece down, and whether your initiative is worth of this sacrifice piece or not, it's a decision. It's quite a difficult decision to take on with seconds on your clock, and all this risk involved. So she decided to play it safe, probably because of the fact that she didn't like her position a lot after the opening, and this feeling, you know, that also kind of she felt relieved in a way that she has now like a good position, but she just didn't have enough time probably to comprehend how like good it is.
Finally, we're here in Georgia, which is one of the biggest chess nations in the world, especially very important in women's chess. How do you feel about playing here?
Well, of course, Georgia is a special country for women's chess, and I think in the like Russian-speaking community, still, if you ask a question, who is like the most the best chess player in the world, women's chess player in the history, you would most likely hear like two names, Gaprindashvili and Chiburdanidze, like I think still. So of course it's a very special country with many strong players, women's players, and a lot of support for women's chess, a lot of respect for women's chess. So of course, like it's a very special feeling to come here and to see those like heroes that inspired, you know, generations, and those like experienced players and young players who are trying to reach the same heights. So it's a pleasure. And also, like, I love Georgian cuisine, so it's like, yeah, everything. Like I just when I talk, like I love it. So I'm looking forward to having like a good Georgian, you know, dinner on the before my free day and during the free day as well.
Well, we hope all goes well for you. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.